Welcome back to a brand new video. This video is on my favorite tool from Harbor Freight.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
Alright, now before we get into this video, I'd like to take a minute to let you know that if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Garnett Tools. Alright, his tool reviews are by far the best. He's very thorough, in-depth, goes over everything, and a lot of his tool reviews are on shit you've never heard of, brands you've never heard of. They're great reviews. I mean, my shit, I just pull the camera out, point, shoot, and hope to hit a million views, and that shit never happens because I'm a fucking loser, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I've come to terms with that. So when you get a chance, go ahead and check out his channel. Link is in the description. Make sure you subscribe to him. Show him some love. Show him some support. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so this here is my favorite tool from Harbor Freight. Not to be confused with the best tool from Harbor Freight, because we don't know if there is one of those. But it's definitely my favorite tool and probably one of the tools, I'd say, of their highest quality and worth the money. I believe I paid $70 for this, and it's a well-rounded kit. So as we open it, you will see here, you have the main tool, which is dirty as shit. I should have cleaned it. And then all of your adapters, which I just messed up. Ranging in sizes from 14 millimeters to 1 inch and 7/16. So as you can see, you have metric and standard in there. Now what this is this is an inner tie rod installation and remover tool. And what this does is it will install and remove inner tie rod ends. Simple as that. Imagine that. So let's get rid of that. And now we are left with the tool and adapters. Okay, now how this tool works is your inner tie rod tools have flat spots on them. And the reason being is so that you can fit some sort of tool on there. Hence these. Okay, now you can use in some cases a pipe wrench or the PWZ series snap-on pliers, or you can use these, which is, you know, ideal. Now what this does is after you must remove the outer tie rod end first, then you go in and you find which size these fit your inner tie rod. Okay, these simply, Jesus Christ, this simply slides over the flat sides on the inner tie rod. Okay, and then you take this tool, and this tool is notched out, as you can see here, which it's not going to focus, of course, is notched out for this. So once this is on the inner tie rod, this here will slide in. You'll slide this in. Okay, once you slide that in, you lock it in with that little turn tab. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. You don't always need it to lock in. Alright, now on the other end, you have a 1/2 inch adapter. Okay, and this is where you stick a 1/2 inch ratchet or breaker bar. Once this is in place, you take your breaker bar and you spin it lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So you want to take it off, so you're going to spin it to the left, and lo and behold, poof, you break your inner tie rod free. Once it's snapped free, normally you can take this off and then spin it out with your fingers. Alright, same thing applies for installing it. 90% of the time it's going to be the same size you used to remove it as you're going to need to install it, but sometimes it will be different with aftermarket parts. So if this is the same, then you simply slide this back on to the new tool. You hand tighten the new inner tie rod, slide this on, slide this back over, take your breaker bar, your ratchet, and then you tighten it down to spec. Once that is complete, congratulations, you have now successfully uninstalled and installed a new tie rod. Inner tie rod, not outer tie rod. Again, I believe I paid $69.99 for this tool on sale, and it's actually nicer. Holy shit. It's actually nicer than some of the more expensive ones I've seen and used. The one problem I will say is that not all of these fit exactly. Like one might be a cunt hair too small, or one a little too big. A little too big is okay, but a little too small obviously is not going to work. So what I've had to do with a couple of them is shave down the insides a little. Well, not the whole inside, just your flat spots. And then it fits perfectly. And then will for other ones. And with this range of adapters here, you should have no problem doing any inner tie rod job, although there might be one or two bigger sizes that you will run into that this will not fit. Okay, now they do make this in shorter variations, but I happen to think this is the best length. Alright, this being like 1.5 feet, maybe 1.75 feet, who knows, 20 inches. So for the price and what you get, it's not a bad deal. You get the tool, you get the adapters, and you get the box that's over there somewhere. So this is a short, quick, simple, neat video, and I hope it was informative to you guys. The link will be in the description for one of these. I don't know if it's going to be as cheap, maybe cheaper, who knows. Again, this one was on sale. I believe it's normally $100 at Harbor Freight, or $80, $90, somewhere between $80 and $100 normally. So, that being said, that's all I've got for you. I'll see you guys in the next video.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me